not ratios. A rational expression. Rational numbers are what? Somebody please tell me. Give me one person in the 270s at the map station.
I got it.
Aaron Murray.
I got it.
A rational expression. Anybody? It's just
got it.
it's a huge mathematical
I got
to say.
Oh, you already wrote it. No. I got it. Got it. All numbers you can make into a fraction.
Rational expressions are a highfalutin way to say
Fraction.
thank you. Every once in a while, Madison does. Well, I guess not.
Does prevail.
Oh, that's sad.
Now, so here's the deal. Let me give this to you, and then you will. I told you this before, but none of you really listened, nor would you care. If I asked you to simplify this problem, let me find a good one. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Yes, I like this one. 54x plus 9 over x plus 4. And the direction said to simplify this. You children, being relatively young and naive, are going to tell me I can do what, even though I told you you can't do this. Caleb, what can I simplify? What can I cross out?
Like 54x. Cross out, like, say it'd be like 53, and then over 4.
Oh, so dividing is the same as subtracting. 54x is minus and x is 53. That's a good thought. That's a good way. Anybody else? Come on, people. Even though you can't do it, you would tell me I could do what, Chase? You were going to say it. What? Mrs. Nyer's here, kids, and she is in the Christmas spirit. So she says, I don't have Elf. What I do have is Miracle on Ice or Hoosiers. And I don't keep people in my ear. I do have Luther. I have Frozen.
Frozen! Let it go!
Somebody, please, Andrew Fox. If I'm trying to simplify that, what can I cross off? It's obvious, but it's wrong. Just say it so I can move on with this. I need somebody to say it. What can I cross out? Jackson, please.
9 and the 4? Is that what you wanted me to say?
That doesn't even make sense.
They're
That's the same number.
It's wrong. You cross out the plus signs.
What's that when you cross the same? Wait. Shannon, say it. Huh? It's not the same as adding terms, just like it wasn't subtracting for Caleb Fisher. Huh? Say it, Sophia, say it.
Cross out the X.
Right. No, that's wrong. It just
4x.
Alright, I just wanted somebody to say that. Usually kids go, oh, there's an X and an X and we can cross those off. I could cross a 2 off with a 54. Please understand you cannot do that. We just talked about this a week ago, but you forgot. The only way that you can cross-cancel things on bottom with things on top is if they are, write this down in big words, they have to be factors. Which means they have to be 2 things multiplied together, not 2 things added together. You can't just pull apart this x and that x. The only way, let me give you this, the only way this bottom thing will cross off with anything is if it would happen to be an x plus 4 as one big thing. How is this a factor, you say?
How is this a factor?
Because I could put a 1 outside there and it's 1 times that. I can do that. Now the question is, could I ever get the top to be anything like that x plus 4? To which you'll say, no.
No. Yes. Maybe so. Don't know. Mr. Constantine. No.
Yeah. I should just stop right here because I'm feeling deflated on this. Can I change these numbers? That's why I hate this book. I literally hate this.
Come on, book.
Burn the book.
What is it? Strike it order. Burn the book. No,
Wait, change this. Erase this top one.
I can't erase that. Okay.
And write this up there. Write this on top. 6x plus 24. I just need this to work out. I don't know why the book doesn't have me work one out. That means this. The only way this x plus 4 will cross off is if there's a factor of x plus 4 on top. In which case, ladies and gentlemen, you look at this and you say, can I factor this? Yes, I can. Do they have common factor? What goes into 6x and 24? A 6, right?
Yes.
If I take the 6 out, I am left with, in parentheses, ax plus 4. And then once, boys and girls, once you have this factor and this factor, as long as they're factors, they will cross cancel. And that whole thing actually simplifies down to just 6, or 6 over 1 if you will. If you will. Do you kind of get the gist of that? I'm not sure where the book is going with this. I'm going to give you another one.
6
12x
x
plus
plus
3.
24. Minus 2, that's right.
12x plus 3.
Wait, stop. What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong?
No.
No. That was just talk.
Zach, what did I do? What
Put
did I
his
do
name
wrong?
back on the board.
I like how bad it's going out there still.
Joseph! Don't do it.
All right, write this up and let's see if we can make heads or tails of this. What if it was 2x squared minus, wait, let me make sure this is the right one. How about this? 2x squared minus 10x over 4x squared plus 6x. Did I say plus 6x? Minus 6x. Did I say minus 6x or plus 6x?
You said plus.
I did say plus 6x. And again, I will tell you, okay, because none of these are factors, you can't cross off these x squared, you can't cross off these x's, you can't take 2 into 6 and 10, you can't cross off any of that until you get some parentheses and something times something. So you look at this and you say, what can I take out of both of these? If I were to factor this out, I can take a 2 out, yes? And I can take an x out, because they both have x's. Now, so that makes this a factor and this a factor, and then when I take a 2x out of both of these, what am I left with? An x, because 2x times x is 2x squared, minus 2x times, what gives you minus 10? A 5. Are you with me on that? Yes. And I'm kind of hoping for an x minus 5 on the bottom, but I don't think I'm going to get it as I look at it. What can I take out of the bottom? A 2 and an x. And when I take a 2x out, I'm left with a x plus what? Let's see if anybody gets this.
Wouldn't it have to be 2x? 2 times 2 is 4.
Should have said 2x. Thanks, man. So I was just checking to see if you're paying attention. 2x times what is that? 3, right? 2x times 3 is 6x. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what does cross off? What are factors? This 2 and this 2 are factors. This x and this x are factors. The only way this crosses off with anything is if there was a 2x plus 3 on top. And the only way if this crosses off is if there was an x minus 5 on the bottom, which there's not. So your answer is x minus 5 over 2x plus 3. You kind of get the gist of that. And don't worry if you don't get it today because it will haunt you for the rest of your life. So this is just the beginning of the end. How about one more, you ask?
One more.
How about one more, you ask? 2x squared minus 14x all all over 4x minus 28. I will give you 2 seconds to see if you can't factor that into something. Can you reduce that factor to do anything with it? I didn't really check your last quiz to see if you made any heads or tails on that. Ooh. Now, tomorrow will be a fun math day. I like that. I don't like this. We have not had a test in a while, have we? Do we get an answer? Anybody simplify anything on there? Sophia simplified to what?
2x over 4.
2x over 4. Now, if you did get 2x over 4, you could simplify that because the 2 would cross off with the 4 in the bottom. Yes. 2x over 4. If that was the answer, these are factors, and you could cross this off and just get x over 2. I don't know if that's the answer, but did we get that?
I did.
Some people did get that? But I'm guessing you didn't based on the quizzical look of your face? No? So what can you take out of the top? 2 and an x, right? You take a 2x, you're left with an x minus 7. 2x times x is 2x squared, 2x minus 7 is minus 14x. You can take a 4 out of the bottom and be left with x minus 7. And these x minus 7's do cross off. And these are factors. This is 2 times x. This is just a 4. So yeah, this will cross off and give you 2 on the bottom. So it's x over 2. Which, by the way, what can't x be? We talked about this before. This will pop up there. You can never get a 0 on the bottom of a fraction, Andrew. So what could my x not be here?
0.
No, because 4 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 28 would give me a minus 28 on the bottom. Huh? If you said x was 0, x could be 0 because 4 times 0 is 0, but 0 minus 28 is a minus 28. I could have x be 0. That would be fine. What would give you, if you have this, what gives you 0? Lower and lower?
X equals 7.
Yeah. X couldn't equal 7 because I didn't give you 7. Because 4 times 7 is 28, and 28 minus 28 is 0. So x could not be 0. Uh-oh. So
I don't understand why you would put the 2x and the 2 in parentheses and the x in parentheses. Why wouldn't you just write it as 2x?
I was just trying to show you that it's factors. You don't have to. We don't do it very often, but I just wanted you to see that there are 2 factors. One more.
One more. One more.
Yes.
No. No.
I really want to find a hard one.
Make one for us.
And
What? He's
that's easier said than done.
Exactly. Are you just going?
Sure, why not? Let's do 3x squared minus 3x. Over 9x squared plus 15x. A lot of x's up there. And they don't live in x's. No!
That's okay.
You pressed the button.
Why is it his fault?
She is a fault finder.
Amen.
Huh.
Rude, crazy one. I did.
Miller, do you feel confident that you got the right answer or just relatively sure?
Confident.
Confidentially speaking. Survey says, Zachary, what'd you get?
Oh, I haven't.
What? Wait, you weren't done?
I'm not done.
Go next.
3 over 5.
3 over 5?
0 over 5.
0 over 5, which would be 0. You couldn't, yeah, I don't think that's right.
I got it.
Andrew, what'd you get?
Oh,
Joseph,
x minus 1 over x plus 5.
you are so close.
Ooh.
Just a tidge away.
So I 3 plus.
John,
X minus 1 over 3x.
x minus 1 over 3x plus 5. I think that's it. What can you take out of the top? A 3x. What is left? X minus 1. What can you take out of the bottom? A 3x. What is left? 3x plus 5. 3x's are the same, they're all multiplication, you can do that, so you're left with x minus 1 over 3x plus 5. Now, this one is the one that everybody always likes. Who can tell me what can't x be here?
I don't know.
X cannot be what?
0.
Somebody? Somebody.
I'm not good at this.
See, if you would just use
It
your
cannot
math
be 0.
skills, why don't you make an equation? Go 3x plus 5 equals 0 and solve it. Write on your paper 3x plus 5 equals 0 and see what you get for an answer. It's not nice and neat, but it is an answer. 3x plus 5 equals 0. What do you get? Oh, I'm still giving critical answers. Emily, did you get something? Wait, you can't solve that equation? 3x plus 5 equals 0? Did you say no? Was that a no? Can somebody? Connor Morgan? Yeah, or negative 5/3. You want to know when x is 0, because that's what it can't be. So subtract 5, divided by 3, negative 5/3. It cannot be. If you multiply 3 times negative 5/3, you get negative 5 plus 5 would give you 0. X cannot equal that. Kids, I think we've really made some headway today. I don't know about